Welcome to Tech Notice, guys. In this episode of Tech Notice, we're comparing a 10-pound wireless mouse to a 75-pound wireless mouse. So, just to be exact, this one is $10.99 on Amazon at the moment, and this mouse is $74.99 on Amazon. So, let me just tell you a little bit about these mice. So this one is a Logitech MX Master, but not the latest version, but the one before. They've made a now upgraded version for this mouse. There is some pretty clever features about this mouse. For example, there is two ways to connect this mouse. There is a Bluetooth option, and then there is, option to connect it through this little USB receiver thing. So when you connect it to Bluetooth, you can connect to 3 different devices. On the back of the mouse, there is 1, 2, 3. So when you connect it to number 1, for example, so you press the button, when number 1 lights up, you connect it to your, for example, this laptop. Then you press it twice, press it number 2 and connect it to another device. And then press number 3 and connect it to another device. Then now, when you're switching between the devices, you don't have to go to the settings anymore, or have 3 different mouses. You just press the right connection button and it connects to that device. Very clever. Also on the bottom there is a connect button and then on and off button. Also, this mouse has a built-in battery that you can charge via micro USB that you can find in the front of the mouse. And there is some other buttons, not just left and right click. For example, there is the scroll click. So when you click on the scroll, which usually opens in a new tab or whatever, then there is a button in the middle of the left and right click on top of the scroll, which is when you click that one, then it kind of releases the scroll. It leaves spinning. Look at that. And now when you press the button again, it's the usual grinding and kind of scrolling bit at the time. Then on the side here, there is a side scroll, and then there is 2 buttons which in default are programmed to be forward and back in browser or something like that. But also there is a little click on the side here, on this nice little design here. And when you click that, then that will bring up all the windows open on your Windows or on Mac. But in order to have all these functions for this mouse, you have to install the Logitech software. Now this mouse. This mouse is 7 times cheaper than that one. So you can buy 7 of these for the price of these. One of the coolest feature about this mouse is that it's got the silent click. So when you click, you can hardly hear it. When I click this one, listen to this. Can you hear the difference? So this is really cool thing about this mouse, that when you click, you're kind of like a silent assassin, which I really like. Also, there is 2 buttons on the side here that act as forward and back. Then there is a scroll click, obviously that works the same as on the previous one. And then there is kind of 2 more buttons on the top here that I have no idea what they do. I've had this mouse for over a year now, but I still can't figure out what they do. This mouse has some LED lights inside, and this mouse, in order to use it, you have to have a AA battery inside the mouse. And it's got a little compartment here where you can put this receiver little USB stick, which they don't have on the Logitech mouse, which I wish they did, because you're gonna always lose this piece. So where are you gonna put it? So I have both of these mice. I'm gonna call them mouses because that sounds better. They both work at the same time here. Now, when I just compare the movements, then it's really hard to tell the difference actually between them 2. So the only thing that I can find the difference is that when I'm doing really close and slow movements, or really fine movements, then it feels like the Logitech mouse kind of slows and smooths out my movement, so it feels it's really smooth to do slow and really fine movements, where this this is a bit more choppy and a bit more like it doesn't slow down. It feels like it's going all the same speed, but when you're doing the fine movements, it feels like there is, like your car has a power steering. The same thing I feel like there is with the Logitech mouse when you're doing 5 movements, but generally, there's not a lot of difference, to be honest. So I got this mouse for my birthday, and I've been wanting this for a very long time because I saw all these, you know, cool guys had this mouse, and I thought, you know what, I want this as well because it's much better. To be honest, I am a little bit disappointed. I thought this was gonna be miles better, like 7 times better as this, but it obviously isn't. It's maybe like 1.4 times better than this. Well, not even that much. There is a lot of cool things, and I think the ergonomics of the mouse is a bit better, you know, in terms of how does it feel in your hand and the shape of the mouse than this one. Actually, like in terms of just everyday use, I don't think there is a lot of difference. The only fine difference really is when you're doing editing, and for example, when you really want to cut in you're doing video editing, for example, and you want to cut your clip in from a very, very fine place, and then probably this one, you know, we can see that there is a little bit of advantage when you do fine movements. This mouse is very, very accurate. But the thing is, if you're not like a pro editor, then you can't see the difference. Even I can't properly see the difference or feel the difference. They feel very, very similar. So if you're looking for a mouse for editing that is wireless and maybe you're editing on the go, then I really recommend this one. Just give it a go. It's only 10 or 11 quid on Amazon, so you can just check it out and try it. You know, if you don't like it, just send it back to Amazon. Well, okay, the looks are 7 times better. This one looks miles better. You know, it has this cool design on the side. It's got like golden and black trims. Also, you can get this one in different colors. You can get it in white and dark blue as well. You can find it in the description. I put both of them in the description so you can check them out. But if you want something that looks good and is actually a bit better in fine movements, then get this Logitech MX Master. Also, there's a second version available. If you want to spend a couple of more extra quid, then you can get the second version of this, which I didn't see very much point. So that's the conclusion. There is not that much difference between them two. Is this 7 times better? Oh no, I don't think so. Is this 7 times worse? Oh, definitely not. So it's just for the price preference. Which one do you like more? Do you want this silent assassin, or do you want this cool looking guy? So thank you so much, guys, for watching this episode of Tech Notice, where I hopefully convinced you that there is not much of difference between them two. If you think there is, then please let me know in the comment section below, and if you've had any experience with these before, then I'd love to know your opinion as well. What do you think? So if you could please take 2 seconds and review my video by hitting like or dislike on the section below. That would be massively appreciated by me. Thank you very much. Also, if you're new here, consider subscribing because more videos like this one are coming out weekly and are already out there. So subscribe to stay tuned for more content. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'll see you very soon. Okay, bye.